All right, welcome back. We got Shane Stanfield in the house, Cyogenix Rejuvination and Recovery, owner of that great business here in Tampa Bay. He's also a veteran. We're going to touch base with him in just a moment. Before we do, we got a hot listing I'll let you know about here at 2907 North Florida Avenue. We got a commercial property, large commercial building. This is a beautiful property, corner lot location, $2.89 million listing of mine here in Tampa Bay. You've got about 13,000 square feet of space to work with, offices up front, more of a warehouse / store space in the back. You have also plenty of parking, and it's a corner lot location at 2907 North Florida Avenue in Tampa, and you have a separate building that's also rented out, bringing in about $6,500 a month in passive income as well. Great opportunity to own real estate, 2907 North Florida Avenue, one of our hot commercial listings from the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. You can see all of our listings at platinumcoastalelite.com.
Yeah, I'm racing my class to those saving our ass overseas.
All right, welcome back, Shane.
Hey, thanks for having me again. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, man. Absolutely. Got a great thing going over there. Great company. I was sitting in there the other day waiting on the Aspen laser, getting that shoulder worked on, and I was having a conversation with one of the ladies sitting next to me. She had the Normatec compression therapy going, and she also had one of the light therapies on her face. So she's doubling up, making the use of her time.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about going there. You can do multiple services and stuff too. You know, the compression pants are really good. A lot of people like using them. It helps rejuvenate the legs, especially if you have if you work out a lot. Mm-hmm. The compression pants will help move the blood and remove the lactic acid. Yeah. And you won't be as sore, and you recover twice as fast with them. They're really cool. And then the light therapy, it uses photobiomodulation to help stimulate the mitochondria in the face, and it helps tighten the skin. Wow. So it helps with fine lines, blemishes, wrinkles, things like that too. So they go really good with our facials. So we have customers that come in and do multiple different services at the same time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And it's a neat. I love it. What it kind of reminds me of too is I graduated. I played football at USF back in the day. Graduated from Florida Gulf Coast University, and even this was like 20-something years ago, right? And I remember one of the entrepreneurship classes I was in, it talked about combination of services. Mm-hmm. And you think about that, here we are this amount of time later, you've got the ultimate in that. You've got cryo. I mean, talk about that, because that's pretty entrepreneurial what you've got going here.
Yeah, we just started with just cryotherapy and compression pants, and we had a localized unit just to kind of do spot treatments with cold. And as time's gone on, this is like 6 years ago, and the industry has grown so much in the past 6 years. Right. So I've tried to stay current with the new technologies that are coming out. So we've invested back into the company with a lot of these new technologies holistically that are helping people. So, we've added the laser. We started doing the CryoSlimming. Then we added the weight loss, and now we have IV therapy. So you get a combination of a lot of different things. So it's a full-on wellness center. Yeah. From cryotherapy to help with pain and inflammation, muscle recovery. The full body red light therapy is going to help stimulate the body's mitochondria. It's like a battery charger for your body. Like when your cell phone battery goes dead, you plug it in and it recharges it. That's basically what the red light therapy does for your body. And then we also have just so many different things for a lot of different reasons. So if you do our membership, you can come in and utilize multiple different services for the same price. Some of our more high-end services like the facials and things like that, that's separate, but we also have payment plans and all types of stuff. So we've really made it diverse and had a lot of different services to help with so many different things in the wealth area.
And the website is cryogenixrr.com, cryogenixrr.com. Location is in Palm Harbor. It's 34282 US 19 North, Palm Harbor. Cryogenics Rejuvination and Recovery. We're talking with Shane Stanfield. He's the owner and also a military veteran as well, and a family man right here in the market. We talk a lot about supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our 35, 40 different show partners that we bring on. We bring on attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors, all types of great home service related partners, self-defense, boating, yachting, lots of different ways we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com. So Shane, it seems like, and it's very affordable. As you mentioned, you got these different packages. It seems like once you get folks coming in there, they don't want to leave, right?
Yeah, people love coming in, and they stay too. And we've had a lot of the same members since we've opened. Of course, people move or they'll take a break here and there, but
yep.
Just because of the benefits and how people feel after leaving our place, they tend to stay. And we've had clients too, like, oh, I don't know if it's working, and then they'll stop for a month or two, and then they come back to like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize,
right,
how good it was working for me until I stopped and took a break, and then they come back and then they're starting to feel good and everything too. And the coolest thing is when you see clients that are in pain, they don't feel good, they're skeptical, and they're tough in the beginning. It's like a challenge,
right?
And to get them to come in and do a few sessions, and then just to see their life turn around after a couple months of coming to us, and just how they act and how they feel, that's one of the best parts and the best rewards of doing what we do, is being able to change people's lives and how they feel mentally,
right,
physically, and spiritually.
Right.
One of the main things I forgot to say, which was the most important the last time you had me on here, was, we are a faith-based business.
Yeah.
And this business solely exists because of God.
Yeah.
He put it in my heart to do this. And honestly, the way the business has grown and the things that we offer, I couldn't have done it without God and without his blessings. And I fully put it all in his hands. And that's why we are where we're at today, is because of God, not because of me, man. I can't do all this. It's just,
right.
He put something in my heart and I do it, and it just grows from there. And I just leave it in his hands, and that's how we grow.
That's great. Yeah, that's a great testimonial. Well, how did you kind of know, like, because you were treating yourself, right? You were doing MMA and kind of hurt your back, and then it just kind of snowballed from there.
To be honest with you, when I was doing landscaping, I didn't want to do it anymore.
Right, burnout.
And man, it's 17 years, and I was out there working.
I did a lot of it back in the day too, so I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I did it for 17 years, and I did most of the labor. I had a crew. I had about 5 or 6 guys working for me, but I was young, and I'd like to get out there and work.
Yep.
And man, I really just wanted to do something else, and I prayed about it, and I prayed about it, and I prayed about it. And man, when God put that conviction in my heart, that was it. There was no turning back. I was dead on, and and he gave me the green light, and I've done it, and and he's helped me do it, and that's why we're here where we are today.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, similar story with me in real estate, just kind of getting into the real estate game. You got to figure out, what's going to make me different. How am I going to compete with all these other 20,000 realtors? There's literally 20,000 realtors in Tampa Bay. It's crazy. But, I think that 80-20 rule comes into play. Everybody's kind of heard that 80-20 Pareto principle comes into play. You've got 20% of the players doing 80% of the business, and it's interesting how that plays out. But we got about a minute left, so I want to give you the final thought, website, Instagram, where you want people going.
Yeah, our website is Cryogenix with an X, CryogenixRR.com, or you could go to getmerejuvenated.com. We're on Facebook as well too. You can look up Cyogenix Rejuvenation and Recovery, and we also have Cryogenix Promotions, where we run a lot of deals and things like that on Facebook. Instagram is Cryogenix with an X _RR. And, if anybody's skeptical or, come in and try a session, we give discounts for the first time. And we have very affordable packages as low as $69 a month, where you can do a membership, come a couple times a month, all the way up to, $3.99 a month for premium services, and come as many times as you want, do as many services as you want. Our nurse now is really good with the vitamin injections and skinny shots and things like that.
Shout out to your staff. They do a great job, man.
Yeah, they're amazing, man. I'm very blessed.
They really do. They really do an awesome job. All right, Shane Stanfield, go visit him over at his Palm Harbor location, Cryogenix, right there on US 19. And hey, another great show. I want to thank all of our guests today, Jay Smith, Patrick Furlow, and Shane Stanfield. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And thank you so much for supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show at consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback.